Most people don't reach their dream not because of failure. Most people don't live their dream because they give up. You see, it's not the failure that stops us, but that must stop it at the first failure. Those who succeed don't stop at one failure. They don't stop at 100 or 1,000 or 1,000,000. They say, "This is my goal and I will do whatever it takes to achieve it. I will learn the lessons from any failures. I will learn faster. I will work harder. I will work smarter. And I will not quit until my dream is a reality." That's the difference between success and failure. Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful. You have to be comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are. You know, when you go to the gym and you work out, you're actually seeking failure. You want to take your muscles to the point where you get to failure, because that's where the adaptation is. That's where growth is. Successful people fail. A lot they fail a whole lot more than succeed. They extract the lessons from the failure and they use that, the energy, and they use the wisdom to come around to the next phase of success. Got to take a shot. You have to live at the age of your capabilities. You gotta live where you are almost certain you're going to fail. The reasons for practice. Practice is controlled failure. You're getting your limit. Getting to your limit. Getting to your limit. You can't lift that. You can't do that until you get to the point that all of a sudden your body makes the judgment and you can do it. Failure actually helps you to recognize the areas where you need to evolve. So fail it early. So fail early, fail often, fail forward. Failure makes winners stronger. Failure makes winners hungrier. But it makes most give up. It makes most feel worthless. Winners don't enjoy failure, but they will never let failure stop them. Next time you encounter failure, you got to remember every great thing on this planet is here because the Creator learned what did work, but learning more from what did not work. When we are kids, we don't stop at failure. When we first learn to ride a bike, it's failure after failure. We get knocked down time after time, but we get up and push forward, and so we'll achieve our goal of riding the bike. But then we get old, and most of us, we get weak. We are too soft to get back on the bike. We come up with excuses. It must not be for me. No, you just soft. No, you just lazy. Tell yourself the truth. Get back on the bike. Learn why you failed. And make sure you don't fall again. Make sure you are stronger for having the lesson. It's always a little bit frustrating to me when people have a negative relationship with failure. Fail early, fail often, fail forward. You're here right now at this moment because tomorrow you want to be somebody greater than the person you are today. You see yourself succeeding. You have a vision. You have a dream. Congratulations, you are already 10 steps ahead of 95% of the world. Imagine if Michael Jordan was scared of missing. He would have never taken a shot. Imagine if Steve Jobs was afraid of people not liking his product. There will be no iPhone. So ask yourself this. Do you want to be a person who fears failure? Or do you want to be a person who loves success? Which one? Because you're gonna have to pick today. And I tell you one thing. One is a failure and one is a success. And if you love success, there's nothing that can stop you. All those negative things people say will mean nothing. They're gonna talk about how only 1% make it to the top. Big deal! Wanna know something else? Only 1% stick with that fitness programs long enough to see results. Only 1% of nerds stick with that video game long enough to get good at it. Only 1% of relationships stick out to the end. That doesn't mean you have a 1% chance. It just means you can't behave like the 99%. You'll have to do something better than giving up a month from now. Those are just numbers. You want to talk about numbers? Take a look around you and take a good look around. Are you like 99% of people around you? If you are, then you are in the wrong video, my friend. You have to love success. You have to love success just as much because that is going to allow you to get up and go for it. Being scared to fail won't do anything. In fact, when you love success and you start to going for it, guess what happens? You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail 10 times, 100 times, maybe even 1,000 times, but that's okay. Failure isn't permanent. Falling isn't permanent. You get right back up and keep going, and this time you are gonna be stronger, wiser. You will be more driven than ever, and for every 10 failures, you will land one success. You have to love success so much that you're willing to fail 10 times before you can succeed once. That's how the winner does it. I want to explain the biggest myth that most people think leads them to success. You might believe if you're scared to fail, you won't fail. Lies! Biggest myth ever. And I believe it. You see, I always thought that being scared to fail in life would literally keep me from falling. I would look at the losers around me and I would say, sheesh, I never want to turn out like him. I really believe this train of thought would help me succeed until one day I was walking down the street and I saw an old man. Had a hat, suspenders and a cane. Was about 80 years old. This old man was barely walking. He could walk, but the cane helped a lot. He was struggling. So anyway, he was walking across the street and they ended up falling. So I went over to go help him. And he gets up, says thank you, and we introduced ourselves and had a little conversation. Told me his name, and I told him mine. His name was Robert, by the way. And right as he walked away, I told them, this is what I said. Robert, you should stay inside where it's safe, my friend. And Robert turns around and says to me, I love walking, and I love walking way more than I'm afraid of falling. So I asked him, well, what about your safety? Don't you want to leave? And he told me this. These are the exact words he said. He said this. Solo, living means doing what you love to do. And if I had to fall here and there to do what I want to do in life, then so be it. And he just walked away, never saw him again. That was it. But that statement really had me thinking, and it had me thinking hard. because I learned something that day. That's when I realized the true key to success. See, I always thought if I could just fear the fact of falling, and if I feared like crazy, I will succeed. Because I thought the fear would magically motivate me to get out there and start taking action. But after that day, I realized something. It's the love for success that will lead me to succeeding. So just imagine if Robert feared falling. Would he even start walking? Of course not. He wouldn't even do what he loved to do. He would sit at home and take no type of action. But he loved walking. Wasn't even scared to fall. It gave him life. That's what allowed them to get up and do it. He loved walking so much. He was willing to fall 10 times a day just to do it. And you had to be the same. For the next time someone tells you you're going to fail, you know what you told him? Told him they're right, but you're not afraid to fail. You're not afraid to take action. You're not afraid to jump. You're going to fail 10 times, but you know what? It's cool, because on the 11th time you'll succeed. Oh, you'll succeed, alright? And it will feel good. And while you are over here living the life of your dreams and complete happiness, guess where they are going to be? That's right. There will be failures, the real failures, over there where it's safe. Scared to fail. Ironic, isn't it? If you like this video, subscribe to our channel and press the ring bell notification button to not miss any new video. Thank you.